about your music and repping Inglewood. It's beautiful.
Thank you so
because
much.
Inglewood is a culture. Like people really don't realize that. Like through the gentrification, everything that is happening, it is what it is. But somebody asked me like, what's Inglewood? I was like, it's a culture. Hi everyone, this is Raina Carrillo with Purpose and Passion. I'm really excited today because we have somebody new in the building on Purpose and Passion. So, I interview gang interventionists, authors, actors, Emmy Award people, and, doctors and lawyers. But today I said to myself, man, I know this guy is from Inglewood. I'm going to say his name in Spanish because it does sound kind of spicy. Lumar Perez. He's a musician in the Spanish sector of the, I call it like the musician, in music. And so I'm really excited that you're here today because you do have a lot of fans. Like people even reached out, was like, when is he coming? Can we be there? They couldn't because they weren't. So lelo. So I got a chance to reach out to you. And I love how you have a humble spirit about yourself.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know
I appreciate it. And well, to begin with, I feel very privileged to be right here with you. It's so crazy because I've been following you for a minute now. I remember I was like, my boy Moko, he does tattoos right here.
Yes.
And I remember I seen him post it, and I'm like, oh, what? We got somebody that's running for like a new runner-up for mayor, a new face, at least to me,
Yes.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And I always tell my fiance, I'm like, man, how can I reach out to her? Like, how can I just, at least to contribute whatever I can do, And the more I looked into you and stuff, I was like, damn, I was just blown away by, like you working with developing options, all the connections you have, how long you've been doing this.
Yes.
It's something that I admire so much.
Oh,
and I'm happy to be here.
Oh my God, thank you. You just gave me my flowers while I'm alive. I love it. You know what it is? I'm a very humble spirit myself. And a little bit about my background and why I'm so humble. My mom was from 18, my dad was from Lennox. So they were teenagers here. My dad, when he came from Zacatecas, he went to Morningside. He was a soccer player, him and his brother. And then my mom went to Inglewood High in the 70s as well. But during the gang stuff, they met through these parties, house parties back in the days. And so I came about, then I was born in Centinela Hospital, and I didn't have a normal childhood because everybody's parents were either like with cowboy boots and cowboy hats. And my mom had feathers. And my dad had tattoos, So I grew up differently. And so during the journey, I ended up becoming an at-risk youth and rolling with 106, and Project Hope experience. If anybody know about Project Hope, you know about Inglewood. And so surviving the 90s and changing my life to become a gang interventionist in 1999, and knowing darn well at Monroe Middle School, I already was doing my obituaries. So I never thought I was going to make it to 18, which it almost happened in 97. I was almost gunned down in front of Morningside. And so now I felt like that was my connection with God, because one day that night when I almost got gunned down, I went back to retaliate. But there was a spiritual awakening that happened during this journey. And I knew that when I got home, I got on my knees and I said, God, like, you abandoned me. And if you don't show yourself, I'm either going to get killed or I'm going to prison. You know what I mean? So you're going to lose me. And I asked him for something and he answered it. And that's when I knew God was real, because I think I was at my end's wit spiritually, and he showed himself spiritually. And so right then and there, I knew that my purpose was to take that leadership from the streets and change it in another direction for the community. And so here I am, and being the first Mexican American, first Latina to run for mayor of Inglewood last year, that gave me some kind of, not a clout, but more of an inspiration to let people know that we're deep here in Inglewood. and I'm gonna run again in 2026.
And we're gonna be right there.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
and I want to be the voice for everyone because I'm obviously diverse as well. But you know, my Mexican roots is strong with me, and I want to be there for my raza or for my brown people, and give them the qualities as just as black and white. You know, and so you know when you give me my flowers today, it means a lot to me because sometimes I really don't know who I truly am as a community leader or as a woman, you know. So when a man tells me they're inspired, that's a beautiful thing, you know. So I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate
I recognize people that do great things and want to be great, and that's something that I like to surround myself around. So
yes,
and it really struck me when about, you know, how you were writing your own obituary, because I remember when I seen that, it kind of reminded me like how I felt growing up, you know.
Yes.
Because of course it wasn't like when I grew up in the 2000s, the teens, you know. I was born in 2000.
You still with it over there back then too? 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5.
No, I definitely remember because my cousin, he was kicking up dust. I remember seeing him getting home knotted up or his hands knotted up. Like, it was crazy, but yeah, like I feel like we kind of prepare for that because we don't know what we're gonna go through day by day, you know. But that's one thing that we have certain, you know, is passing away and stuff, and maybe at least we have control over that. So I was like, wow, that's crazy, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's tell the viewers, you tell the viewers, like, where are your family from? Because culture to me is so important. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, my family, my parents come from the state of Jalisco, Mexico. My mom's from Tepatitlan. My dad is from Capilla de Guadalupe. They came over here in the 2000s. My dad came here in '85. In Lenox, he landed in Lenox with my uncle. My uncle, they've been here for a while. Like, they've been here since before the 105 was built. You know?
Yes, I remember that.
So like, and that's crazy to me. I'm like, what? My dad was like, yeah, when I used to go to work, I used to when they were building, I used to walk through the freeway and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So, my dad's been here since the '80s. My mom came here like in '92, and she lived on the east side of Long Beach.
Okay.
And that was a total another experience for her. So I feel like when it came to raising me, in the 2000s, I feel like they're already familiar with a lot of the things, you know.
Yes.
They already
especially
knew.
When they lived in Lindy.
Yeah. So I was always they always warned me about certain things, you know, to look out for certain things, and I just went about that. My mom always gave me what's it called? Un dicho. How do you say
like advice?
Advice, yeah. But it's a saying. It says escarba en cabeza ajena, which means like learn from other people's mistakes or other people's experiences, so you don't have to go through it. So I always think about that and I always see how can I apply it in what situation, you know? And that's what I feel like also built my character today and made me the choices that I have today, you know? So
that's a blessing. So how was your childhood? Like what, because, you know, people, like I said, you have fans, they reached out to me like, can we come? We bought a house. And then when I told them the time, they're like, dang, I'm at school or I'm at work, you know? So, you know, the question is like what, you know, elementary school you went to, what junior high and what high school did you go to?
My elementary school, I went to Oak Street Elementary School. My middle school, I went to Crozier, and high school, I went to Inglewood High School.
Okay, so you really Inglewood.
Yeah, I'm everything Inglewood.
Yep, I even got a message from an Inglewood boy. There was like, you know, I like his music. He's good people. And I was like, wow. And it was exciting for me because, like I said, when I heard your song and you mentioned Inglewood in Spanish, it really sounded like, you know, like when, like I said, when I went to Mexico, to Zacatecas, you hear them with their banda talking about Zacatecas and that was going down over there. And when I heard that part with your music and repping Inglewood, it's beautiful.
Thank you so
because
much.
Inglewood is a culture. Like people really, really don't realize that. Like through the gentrification, everything that is happening, it is what it is. But somebody asked me like, what's Inglewood? I was like, it's a culture. Yeah. Like when you see like those lowriders or you see, you know, the corn man coming through, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's a culture. It's just like you see beautiful black and brown people, you know, you see the gangs part, you know, it's a part of the culture. You see like the bikers, with the Harley Davidson bikes.
Yeah.
You see the girls with the booty shorts,
Yeah.
dressing in the J's, the new J's or whatever, And so it's like it's a culture. It's a beautiful city, and I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. It's so crazy. Like growing up, you don't know. I learned to appreciate it. Well, probably when I hit middle school, because it was just, and I don't know, just the impact that Inglewood has on LA and the world. You got like a Big Y and the relatives right here out of the bottoms. Mac 10. Mac 10. It's crazy.
Yes.
Like, and I don't know. It's just I feel like this city really does breed champions, and I got nothing but love for this city. This is all I know.
I love it. I love it. And during your when you were in high school, because like you're a musician now, like what was your vision in 12th grade? Like for me, I remember 15 saying, I was in my Ben Davis and my Cortez talking about telling Mayor Doran and Chief Banks, I'm gonna run for mayor of Inglewood. I don't know where that came from, but it came out of my mouth. And so I said to myself, well, when I graduate, I'll probably go to Schrock, take medical assistant so I can get a quick job and then go to school for like sociology, psychology, or political science.
Yeah.
But with you, like what was your vision and goal in senior year? What did you want to do like when you graduate?
Man, I was already thinking of graduation my freshman year. Like
Beautiful.
what I wanted was music. That's all I did. Like I wouldn't even do my schoolwork like that. Like, cause I was so obsessed. I turned my passion. It was like an obsession to me. Yeah. I wanted to know everything about it. So I would listen to music every day, like every hour of every day from my waking moment. I'll get home and I'll practice on my guitar. Like that was my obsession. Like really, Tony Alejandra's the reason why I graduated high school. That man over there. Yeah, he's the one that put me in the studio the first time.
Alejandra, come over here real quick. We've done this before, but come over here so we give you a shout out. Yeah. So this is the man with the master plan.
Yes, sir. Tony Alejandra, Sueños Callejeros.
Yeah, so thank you. We wanted to give you a shout out because that's really important to speak life into people. Yeah. And to whatever passion that they have, to be able to say, I believe in you and let's do it together.
Well, I grew up in the streets and
I believe it, I can tell.
In Compton, and
yes.
Basically I try to get into this youth and try to show them that there's another part of life, not only the street but the music.
Yes.
And it worked.
Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Welcome.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was at the it had to been like my sophomore year, it was like my sophomore year, my end of my sophomore year. And I was already gigging. Like I would gig during the weekdays. Like I would wait, my parents knock out, I'd fucking sneak out and go play. I just wanted to be in the scene. Yeah. Man, so I'm over here telling him and I thought that he was gonna be like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, bro? I'm really trying to do this school stuff. And he was like, nah, then, bro, go somewhere else with that. Yeah. If you're not good, like, he
checked you.
Yeah, checked me right there and there. He was like, yeah, bro, if you want to be right here, you're going to get good grades, bro. You're going to graduate. And if not, go find somewhere else, bro. I'm not going to help you out like that. And I'm like, damn. And that's the reason why I kept on going to school and stuff. So, but I was always planning to do this music. That's always
wow.
Yeah, I would say after like middle school, baseball was my first passion. That's what I loved. I broke my collarbone, and then after that I messed up my knee. So I got my knee redone. So that was out the picture then. And that was the only reason I was kind of focusing in school, because I'm like, I wanna go to college and I wanna play ball. So when that was out the picture, I kind of didn't know what to do.
Yes.
I was just like, damn, what am I gonna do now? So, and music has always been there for me. So I gravitated towards that more.
Who is your favorite rap artist?
My favorite rap artist, man, I would say Nip Hussle. Nip Hussle, he's probably one of my favorites. And Young Dopey and Gangsta Wish.
Them, that's my people.
It was so crazy. Like I had never been like, and I mean it, and I don't mean it like in an arrogant way, like, but I don't really get starstruck like that. You know, I try to, you know, but when I met them, it was just so crazy. Like when I met Dopey and when I met Gangsta Wish, I was like kind of like starstruck because I've been listening to them since middle school, and now the way that my life went unfolding, and now I got to get on a track with Dopey, and even like they came out. We shot a music video for one of my boys. It's called 90303. Yeah, it's a song about.
Oh yeah, them. I seen the video and I seen them in it, and that's what captured me because those are my people, and and seeing you singing your music with them in the background, it just made me feel like when I saw that video. I saw Inglewood, but I saw Lock Haven, which is the community we're in right now, So it was much love. So I was like, oh my gosh, I got to interview this guy.
No, thank you. Yeah, and it was a dope experience, being with them and just like the game that they put you up on, and even when they're just conversating, there's always a gem that they're dropping that you could catch on to it. So.
Yes, you know what's so crazy talking about, Young Dopey and Gangsta Wish. They when I was in my 20s at Stop the Violence, they came through the program, so it was kind of like case management and mentoring them, right? And they were something else in the streets, so it was like an interesting journey with them. And then life happens and you just depart, and so now I look back and we connected again, and now he's all like, I would like for you to be my manager. And now I'm his manager. Oh, and I'm just like, now he's teaching me about his world and his industry. You know what I mean? Because I'm a community leader into the political arena, but I'm also like, my boss is Big U. So I get a chance to see, that music industry side and see Corrupt just pop up and Nipsey pop up just like at work, like, and I'm like, why you guys didn't tell me it was coming? I want to put my makeup on. They're like, that's your fault. You want to come to work looking like a bum. And so, it's true. They both have a lot of nuggets to share to, empower and inspire, and educate. So shout out to Young Dopey and Gangsta Wish.
Yeah, shout out to them.
So that's beautiful. But I did see the video. It was really nice. And so Nipsey Hussle. And then when it comes to, like R&B singer as female too, because I'm curious, because, sometimes, R&B. We all have like me, I love me Mariah Carey. Oh my God, I would do anything to meet that woman again.
R&B, man. That's a good one, because I probably have, is Erykah Badu.
Oh my
R&B.
God, yes.
Yeah, I got her on my playlist.
Gosh, I love her, yes.
I'll have to go with Erykah Badu, because,
Another Lifetime, I love that song. Oh my gosh. She got some deep verses too. And then one of your, favorite Spanish artists, like in the Mexican music. And reggaeton or whatever, you know what I mean? I know you gotta have one of them. I'm just curious.
My favorite one, it's a dude out of Phoenix. His name is Giovanni El Empresario.
Okay.
He's to me, man, you know how people Chalino Sanchez, that's somebody else holding very, but Giovanni Empresario is my Chalino, because he's like, you feel me? Like he's like the type of the era that his music is just different, and this is a dude that's also, he's done the whole 9 yards. Like he's been to prison. He's been in the streets. Yes. He's put it in his music, and his name is good. So that's somebody that I admire as a person and in their music, Giovanni El Empresario. Shout out to you, bro, all the way to Phoenix.
Believing Before Seeing, a new book by Candace Barr, teaching you how to believe into existence. Available now for pre-order.
Who would you work with in that kind of industry? Because I say reggaeton, but it could be I don't even know the titles, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Reggaeton, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really listen to reggaeton like that. That's more like a party style. I'm more I listen to corridos. I listen to a lot of LA rap. If you go right now, I got a whole bunch of LA rap artists on my thing. I just love to hear what's going on in the city. So that's but you said who would I work with?
Yeah. Because I keep forgetting because I'm not into that, but the kids go crazy over, I don't know, they had the Forum. He was fine. I don't know his name, but he worked with J-Lo. They did music together. And he was a fine guy. That's all I remember. He was fine. And the girls love him. I see him on music videos. He's kind of skinny, attractive type of dude. And he sings in Spanish. And I'm just like, man, these guys are kind of like cool. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think you're talking about Peso Pluma.
Okay, there
Peso
you go.
Pluma?
Is that one and another one.
Okay, he's just and he's doing breaking the charts right now. I mean, I would work with anybody. I'm always open. Yes. I music is my passion, so I always accept the challenge. You know, whether it don't matter who it is. You know, as long as it's I can work with it and it's cool. I work with anybody.
Wow, that's beautiful. So when you became a musician artist, like what was the first label you signed with, and how was that experience?
The first label I signed was with Rancho Humilde.
That sounds familiar.
In 2018, that's when I signed with them. It's crazy because again, Tony connected me with them. I had a song called. He was the one that, because I'm like, damn, because me and him, he'd be like, man, you gotta write, right? And I'll start writing, but I would try to write about Mexico and stuff, but you know, I'd never lived out there, so it's kind of like, it kind of sounds kind of corny. Like, I don't know, I don't think you should put that and stuff like that. And he's like, man, well, write about what you know. What about what you see?
Yeah.
You know, write about, you know, the people around you, what you know, he's like, think of Pac, think of Brenda Had a Baby and stuff. Think of stories like that, you know?
Yeah, because like, that's still happening.
Yeah, so so I had a song called Straight from Inglewood before it even dropped. I had wrote it for one of my boys. He's also out of Log Haven. And I had wrote it for him. At the time, he was in YA. Mm-hmm. So I had it right there. I was planning on showing him when he would get out, because I didn't even know his release date and stuff. So he showed, Jimmy was in the studio and he showed it and he's like, hey man, what's up with your nephew? Like, it's hard. Like, did he just say did he just say this in English? Because there's a bar that says, if you're with the business, then soy de la ciudad que nacen los campeones. If you're with the business, then I'm sure you know this. So it's like, I'm from the city of champions, you know? So it's like, so he's seen it and he's like, man, he's right there. He's like, well, what you trying to do? He's like, man, you know, just help him out. You know, put him in a position, and that's what he did. You know, he showed me being with Rancho Humilde and being in music in general showed me a different quality of life that I could get. You know, it gave me a lot of hope.
Wow, that's beautiful. So now, like, what is your, you know, are you considered like your own artist? Do you have your own record label now? Like,
well, I'm a solo artist, but I still am with Rancho Humilde, and now we have our own corporation, which is Sueños Callejeros, which was founded back in 2009 by Tony Alejandro, you know? And so that's our team right there, you know?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so we're pushing now towards, we're still setting into our new commercial unit that we got. We got a studio set up. We used to be located in the south side of Compton for years. And so now we're settling into the city of Inglewood. So, that's what we're doing right now, you know, just trying to level up. Keep progressing.
Well, I'm happy, you know, you're from Inglewood, because recently I just did a shirt for Young Dopey and put his little Instagram. And I said, like, you know, when you have a platform, you know, you support your people. So I can't wait. That's why I was also sending it, you know, for you know, the engineers to create the flyer, but also so I can print your shirt and wear it and sport it as well.
Oh, thank you so
important.
Much.
I always say, like, you know, as much as like you know, I was a Tupac fan, so I had like, you know, albums, cassettes, lined up shirts, all of that. You know, I love me some Tupac, but I've never met him. So I said to myself, we should support our friends just like we support those strangers we call celebrities.
Yeah, I seen you post that.
Yeah, because it's so important, you know. And I know when I ran for office, I mean, I was like, God, please let me win. I didn't win, but the point was, it's like 2,667 people voted for me. You know what I mean? Yes. So, you know, that was a beautiful feeling. Like, they didn't have to vote for me. They didn't have to support me, but they did. And so that for me kind of showed me like how I need to be in my limelight and, you know, in my lane to be able to share, you know, people's journeys on my show, but also to support them. Because I always tell people it doesn't cost money to share their music on Instagram. It doesn't cost money to give a shout out. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost money to just go to Sloss and Swami, get that picture slapped on for like $30, you know, and sport it and be proud, you know, of the people that come from your community. So, you know, that's a very, you know, a positive outlook that I like to do. I love to empower others. I love to support. I've been doing it for years, you know, so it's just something that is just what I do. And, you know, so now 2024 is coming. So what is your vision as your team? You know what I mean? As your team, as yourself in the music industry, or in apparel, you know, or, you know, private meet and greets, you know, like in my vision, like I saw this spot in Gardena, and it's a beautiful place to where, like when I saw your video and your music, I was like, he has so many fans that, like, not saying that I want to, you know, like be in your business, but I have a vision. And this vision was like, I went to this event, a women's event, and this place is a hidden jewel in no, it's in Hawthorne. Yeah, it's not Gardena, it's Hawthorne, a hidden jewel. When you walk in, it's like this place. It's like you walk in, you're like, whoa, this is nice, you know?
Yeah.
But in the back screen, it's all televisions. The whole wall is televisions, like boxes of televisions. To the far right, it's a bar. In the middle, it's a place where like you can have a private meet and greet concert for your fans. And we pay to get in, you know what I mean? You got VIP services or just a regular. And I think it would be really beautiful to see that intimate concert with your fans, you know what I mean? And I would love to be a part of it and, you know, bring Luxe Media, you know, and then interview you and interview your fans, you know, to promote you as much as I can, you know what I mean? So for 2024, what are your vision and plans? I had to share mine with you.
No, well, we've been working on an EP, which is the beginning of my vision has always been to do this music, to really speak, because I don't want people and the media to get the wrong impression of, like, they already have the wrong impression about certain things, you know? Yes. But how you said earlier, like, the culture, like, sometimes we can't help it. Like, we can't help the way we dress or the way we talk, you know, the slang we use, because it's our culture and it's so embedded in it. So that's what I really want to merge the cultures of the Mexican music and the LA scene. Yes. So that's what I'm working towards. You know, I'm connecting with people. I'm networking. I'm like all of California also. Like, I got homies up in Sacramento, Oakland. Like, so next year is gonna be a whole lot of traveling for us. That's good. Yeah, Texas. I just want to unite the raza with us. You know, like be solid with each other and be here for whatever we need. So that's my vision. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Is there anything that you want to share with your fans? You know, this is your time. This is my time. Well, yes. We got a new EP coming soon. We got 3 videos also that are going to get ready. And thank you to everybody that's always been supporting me. If you got any questions regarding the music or anything in general, feel free to reach out to me, you know. And I'll, to the best of my ability, I try to answer you. I always try to give time, you know, to people that really want to really have questions that are being sincere. I'll be sincere back. So don't ever feel like you can't hit me up. Go ahead and hit me up. You know, it might take a little bit to get back at you, but when I do, you know, you're gonna have my full attention. So that's it. Thank you for the support, you know, and échenle ganas. Aww. Well, I want you to. Are you okay to sing a little piece of that the Inglewood one? Yeah, like your first. I want to hear it. Naranja con morado el cielo pinta cuando el sol baja, el humo de mi cigarro tapa el olor a pólvora. Veladoras prendemos pa' iluminar los que ya no están. Almas ricas, mentes pobres, mi sección de la ciudad. No ocupo hablar lo que es verdad, muy pronto saldrá. Pisan terreno, la misma noche un alma se va. Prendan la tele si piensan que no hablo la verdad. Competencia de matar, aquí le llaman cazar. Me eché para atrás, me puse a analizar todos mis fracasos, talentos y mi habilidad para progresar. Cosas del ayer tuve que cambiar. No la pensé, a la lumbre me aventé. Muchos perdieron su fe por donde caminé. De las bendiciones de mi madre me agarré. Jamás fue opción perder. Sírvanse, hay pa' comer. There's a little piece right there.
I
That song's
love
called
that.
Welcome to LA. Thank
Welcome
you.
to LA. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for that beautiful voice you just shared right here on Luxe Media and Purpose and Passion. Wow, I'm blown away.
God, thank you.
Well, before we end, I want you to share on social media, to our viewers, your social media, where they can follow you, your website, things of that nature.
Yeah, you can follow me on Lumar Perez, LumarPerez on Instagram. Follow us also Sueños Callejeros Music, and also Dirty Birds, official Dirty Birds brand, which is an endeavor that I'm in with one of my boys from OC. Shout out to my compa Proof. And that's it.
Well, thank you for gracing Purpose and Passion.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you. Well, until next time, this is Raina Carrillo signing out. Peace.